Hi, it's Marianne, the Frugal Chef. Let's make a pot roast today. Nice, easy meal, frugal, delicious, and super hearty for these cold, crisp fall days. Let me show you how I make this. So I have maybe 3 tablespoons of olive oil in there. And now I'm going to put in 2 large yellow onions sliced very thinly. Okay? It's a lot of onion, but it's going to, reduce itself once it's brown. And this is a really simple recipe. I love it, but it's also delish. Okay, so this is going to take a good 30 minutes at least. Okay, so let's just cook these. I'm going to be moving them occasionally, and then I will see you guys in 30 minutes. I rinsed this piece of meat, and now I'm pat drying it well with a paper towel. Okay, it has a piece of fat at the bottom. I'm going to leave that alone because when it's browning, that's going to give my roast a nice flavor. So I'm just going to leave that alone. Okay, I want you to season this generously with salt and pepper. And I mean generous, okay? I want you to cover it well with salt and pepper. I'm going to flip this over and season the fatty side as well, okay? Okay, now I'm just going to cover my meat with flour, okay? So just put some flour on it. I'm going to put it on the side here because we're going to brown this evenly on all sides. Shh, Sammy. Okay, so that's what I want you to do with your meat. Just coat it with flour, and as soon as our onions are done, we're going to take them out of the pan. We're going to wipe our pan down, put some more oil in there, and brown this on all sides, okay? So I'll be back. Alright, these onions are perfect. They're where I want them to be, okay? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put them in a bowl, and I'm going to mix them with 1 tablespoon paprika. Then I'm going to clean off my pan. I have some burnt stuff down here. I don't want the flour on my meat to burn. I'll clean up the pan, and then we'll heat it again with some olive oil, and we'll brown our meat on all sides. Okay, so let me put these onions in a bowl. Alright, so now I'm just going to mix in a tablespoon of paprika into my onions. And I'm going to let these onions just sit here while I'm browning my meat, okay? So I cleaned my pot really well. I had some brown stuff. Normally I love the brown stuff, but this was kind of burned, so suspect. I'm going to heat a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Alright? And as soon as it's hot, I'm going to start browning my meat. I shook off the excess flour, okay, when I picked it up from the board. I'm just going to let that cook there and brown well. I'm going to brown it nicely on all sides. So the meat is nicely browned now on all sides. I'm going to get rid of this excess oil. I don't want this in my roast, okay? So I'm just going to spoon it out. Alright, now I'm going to add, I have 4 carrots here that I just chopped into pieces, alright? I'm going to go ahead and add I have 3 medium tomatoes, which I chopped. Let's move that around the pan here. I'm going to return my onions. Cover the meat with that. I'm also going to add about 5 sprigs of thyme. I'm going to put those in there like that. And I'm going to go ahead and add 3 cups of beef broth, okay? Add a little more pepper to this. I'm not adding any more salt. I'm just going to add some pepper to this. No more salt because the broth has salt and we already salted the meat pretty much. So I don't need to add more salt to this, okay? Alright guys, so what I'm going to do now is just let this come to a boil. I'm going to cover it and then I'm going to braise this piece of meat for about 2 hours. So I'm going to see you guys in 2 hours. Guys, this is done. It's cooked for about 2.5 hours. It's simmered. It's nice and tender. Check out all the caramelized onions on top. The carrots. Oh, this is delicious. I'm going to go ahead and remove the meat. I'm going to serve this with some mashed potatoes. Put some of the juice on top. There you go, my friends. Beautiful, perfect pot roast from thefrugalchef.com. Come by and see us sometime. We have tons of recipes that are not in video form. Eat well without going broke, and I will see you soon.